Hi guys, back with another video here. I'm trying to make this quick as well. We'll see about that. Now, since there's so many, you know, transaction here, I'm tempted to only focus on one because I want to understand the nature of this transaction here, what it means, right? In particular, I'm going to focus on this one. And that is because it relates to this transaction here. Okay. And I'll explain later on what I mean by that. Hold on, let me go back. Hold on. Sorry. So with that transaction, of course, there's footnotes here, 5, right? Now just keep in mind there are different documents and use the same notation, right? I'll explain later on what I mean by that here. So this has 5 as well, but just keep in mind the 5 here is different from the 5 here. Okay. And I'll point that out for you right there. Okay. Before I go any further though, I want to preface it by saying I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for educational purposes only. Anything I say and mention here, it's just my thoughts and opinion, right? And I'm not an expert. I'm just here to learn as I go and kind of share the journey along with you. And also too, I don't own any AMC. I don't have any short. I don't have any, call or puts on this particular security. In the future though, I might, take a position here and there, but it's only going to be a short-term trade here and there, right? As if for this particular moment in time, I don't have any position. All right, so with that being said, I would like to kind of go through what I mean by these particular transaction, right? So with this one, this is the beginning of it, right? So I should have put this upstairs, but this is the beginning, step 1. This is actually step 2, okay? So with step 1, you could, if you read the footnote right here, Antara Master Fund enter into a total swap, right? So they first was entering into the swap with the third party. So Antara and third party, they enter to a swap, step 1, right? So in that swap, the end contract date or expiration date would end sometimes in February 2024. Okay, it's a termed swap. So with that swap, what was the agreement, right? So with the agreement to so hold on, Antara would acquire 2 million shares of AMC, right? Class A common stock at a certain price. So Antara agreed to buy 2 million shares at the price, that's an at sign, the price of $6.80 and 8 cents per share. Okay. And in turns, hold on, let's see. So this agreement provided that Antara would pay, right? Pay to purchase. So the counterparty would receive that $12.16 million, right? From that sale. Okay. In turn, the counterparty will pay the Antara Capital or Antara Master Fund the amount equals to the share at the market price, right? So at the end, so they receive this upfront, but by the end of the term, the counterparty is supposed to, whatever the 2 million shares of AMC is, equal 2, they're supposed to return that funds back to Antara Capital, including derivative or whatever, right? So the amount will be where it is, right? So what does that mean? It means that Antara Capital, of course, is long or synthetically long on AMC, right? Because what they're hoping is that the share will appreciate in value. Okay. Now, with this agreement, of course, there's fees involved. We just don't know what that fee is, unless it's just a straight up risk to reward, depends on which party you're in or which side you're on. Okay, so that is that. So that's the beginning of it. So this is when the Antara Capital open the contract, or entering into the contract, meaning open means buy share. Okay. Now, later on though, what did Antara Capital do? So if you go to the first one right here, the second step, and there were, I'll show you right here. Sorry about the background noise. So as you can see right here, there's so many transactions afterwards, right? And if you look at this right here, this is the number of derivative beneficiary owned, followed by the report. So remember, there was 2 million shares, right? Now it's down to 1.5 because they sold, for this particular transaction, they sold 500,000 shares of that contract. So this is why it says right here, it closed a portion of its total return swap. Okay, so that's why you see it there. All right, so this is the original contract, right? And later on, 2 weeks later, after they write that contract, they closed out this contract. So that means they do not want to acquire that share anymore at that price, but they will sell it back at $4.47. Understand what you just see there. All right, so let's summarize here, because I feel like I need to drive this point home. So, first, they open the contract or swap to buy at 6.8 per share, okay? But then later on, step 2, they close swap portion of it, partial, this one is 2 million shares. This one is 500,000 shares to sell. Oops, not buy, but sell at $4.47 per share. Do you see what that does? All right, so as you could see here, so they close out portion at a time. Okay, at the end of it, they still have 800,000 shares left. Okay, so it's safe to say, and of course, look, they sell it at a different price point. Okay, but at every single price point, it's lower than what they agree to buy it at. again, so at the end of it, it's safe to say that they are selling 1.2 million shares of it at a lower price than they bought it for. All right, so what does that mean? It means that, well, based on my observation on these transactions, I have a feeling that they are trying to do the same thing to AMC as they did with Ape. Okay, remember before they bring it down, they were buying at a high and then sell it at a low, incrementally, right? In order to drive the price down. Why would they do that? Well, the motive is to drive the price down so that, the company itself cannot go any further. And in turns, they would make money based on the bankruptcy of AMC, right? Just my speculation again, based on what I see here. I might be wrong, okay? So again, they bought at a high, but sell at a low. All right. So that's all I have for this video. And if I'm wrong, please correct me on my comment down below. I'm not afraid of being corrected at all. If you have more knowledge, or if my analysis here or my interpretation of this particular transaction is wrong, please let me know as well. Okay? All right. Have a nice day.